Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Naomi, and today I have something really, really important and really basic that I want to talk about. I think I say that like every time that I do these, video blogs, but it's true every time because I wouldn't waste your time, right? And it's like a little nugget, and it's a little nugget that I want you to take with you that is super important, and it's this: self-care is not a reward. Yeah, I want you to make this your mantra forever and ever and ever. Self-care isn't a reward. Self-care is a basic human right. Okay? Self-care is not something that you do for yourself because you've been good. And it's not something that you take away from yourself if you've been bad. Okay? The idea of thinking of self-care as a reward only holds us back from taking exceptional care of ourselves. Okay, period. And it's a massive problem. I think a lot of times we look at self-care as a reward because we think of self-care as like a luxury, or we think of it as like some big exciting act that we're going to do that will radically transform our lives. But the truth is that self-care a lot of the time is really small. It's sometimes kind of boring, and it's daily and consistent. Right? Self-care can be something so small and so innocuous that, it might sometimes not even feel like self-care. Which is not to say that you can't do that big fancy self-care sometimes too and like feel like $1,000,000 because of it. I think there's a time and a place for that too. In fact, I think that we should be doing that also. But if we only look at self-care as this reward for good behavior, or as, like taking away self-care as a punishment for not being good enough or not, doing the right thing or taking good care of ourselves, then we're in trouble. Like we're in really big trouble, because it's preventative, and it puts us in a place where we sabotage ourselves instead of giving ourselves what we need. And at its most basic definition, and this is super important, at its most basic definition, a self-care is simply listening to what your body, your mind, or your heart is asking for and giving that to yourself in its most basic way. Okay, self-care, I'm going to say it again, is listening to what your mind or your body or your heart is asking you to do. And then, this is the next step, and then taking action, right? Then doing what your mind or your body or heart is asking for. Don't ignore it. Don't bypass it. Do it. If it requires a little bit of, like thought or coordination, that's fine. But if it's something as simple as like going to the bathroom, yeah, that's well, like, I mean this really seriously. Like, how many times, and I'm going to ask this because women do this all the time, how many times have you had to go to the bathroom and been like, I'll hold it, I've got something more important to do? Like, really? I mean, in the most basic way. Now, I'm not saying that like going to pee is like your most primary form of self-care, but ignoring it, that's a thing that we do. And it just leads to other things that we ignore. If you're ignoring something that is as basic as having to go to the bathroom, it's also pretty easy to ignore something, like, I don't know, taking 10 minutes out of your day to read a book, if that's something that you love to do, or taking 10 minutes out of your day to walk around the block, or taking 10 minutes out of your day to do a little bit of yoga, or taking 10 minutes out of your day to go into your backyard and garden, or taking 10 minutes out of your day to, catch up with a friend. So if you're really good at ignoring those basic needs, then you're expert at ignoring the things that might be just one step above that. Okay? So self-care is not a reward. Okay, if there's nothing else that I want you to know this week, self-care is not a reward. It is a basic human right. And self-care is not something that you withhold as a punishment. Okay, don't punish yourself by taking terrible care of yourself. Okay, don't do that. Instead, listen to and honor your needs. Celebrate yourself, right? Take good care of yourself because you deserve it, because you are alive and because you are a human being. Okay? And if this resonates with you, and if this is something that you sometimes struggle with because you're not always sure what those things might be and how to take good care of yourself, please, please, please join me for my upcoming self-care reset. It begins very, very soon. It's 5 days. It's totally free. And in this very quick program, I will teach you not only how to understand your needs as they come through, but how to take care of them in the most simple but significant ways that you feel immediate results. So I hope that you'll join me. It's going to be really awesome. It could even change your life. You know, no big deal. But until then, thank you for tuning in. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And as always, thank you for being here and for listening and for being a part of my amazing community. All right, I'll see you again really soon. Bye.